you get your green card, we're gonna get you squared away though, and I want to make sure that your stuff is done properly and I guess with a timely manner because
well, here's the thing. I don't think I'm getting my green card anytime soon. It could be like in 2 years, and I want to enlist. Like I want to join rather soon in the next few months. You know what I mean? So I'd want to enlist with a temporary green card.
okay. Let me look into that and see if that's okay.
It's a pretty complicated subject, especially
Yeah.
with what I'm trying to do. It's kind of getting
Do me
mixed
a
messages.
favor. My number is in the bio. Send me a
Okay.
text message as soon as we get off. Where are you from?
I live in Florida right now, but I'm from Canada. But I've lived in Florida for 15 years now.
Okay. All right. Send me a text, and then I'm gonna dig into this and see what we can do. Okay. Um,
Yes, sir.
Actually, text me a picture of your temporary green card while you're at it.
Yes, sir. All right, I just got to
All right.
find your number. Hold on.
It's in my bio. Yeah, just click my name right there, my picture, or my video. It should be in my bio. Again, public service announcement to everybody listening. My number is changing in roughly a week. If you have my number saved, be prepared. Contact me on Instagram, contact me on Discord. You might get hooked up with some second lieutenant who got recruiting orders and he's not even a recruiter. You never know. Okay. So just be prepared for that.
Sorry, I'm trying to click on your profile here.
Can
It's
somebody
not.
throw it in the chat real quick?
I got it.
You guys, yeah. I think my numbers put out everywhere. There we go.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll send you a text.
All right. I'll talk to you soon,
And
Mac.
I'll send you the green card when I get off work here. I'm just taking a quick break. So I'll send you that later tonight.
Okay. Call me after you send it.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
All right. You too. All right. Isaiah, what's up, man? Isaiah, you're muted, brother. There you go.
There we go. How you doing, man?
Doing all right. How are you?
Good, good. So staying on track with my process. I'm still waiting for the BCMR to approve my eligibility.
Okay.
But other than that, things are going good. Just checking in every week. Seeing if you're hearing anything or anything like that. But other than that, everything's good.
Well, I will tell you that there.
Low.
It is very low
compared to what they reported.
Yeah. So, this is what I'm hearing. I don't know exactly how true it is. I don't know. I could be full of shit on that. So just who knows? I heard it. I'm just parroting some bullshit I heard from other people. I will tell you that it is the reason the numbers are looking kind of fudgy are your specific reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you got discharged not for COVID reasons. So those are the reason, like the people who are like straight up just have it on their DD-214 is COVID refusal. Like
exactly.
There's only been like 13 of those guys that have come back.
Gotcha.
Other ways are, look, the military is like any other organization. You made a decision that you didn't want to get the COVID shot. You got thrown out, right? So you got thrown out with different shit though. They said, oh no, we're pushing you out for other administratively separating you for other things, right? The reason that is because you made a decision that they didn't make, and psychologically you basically made them think like, whoa, he must think he's better, or doesn't know, I'm wrong because I got it and he didn't, and people just think that way. It's the same thing when you get out naturally, right? It's time, like if a guy's done with his contract, he's like, I'm gonna get out. The E6s and 7s of the Army and the military are like, oh, you shouldn't get out, you should stay, right? Well, why would they say that? Well, because they stayed.
Yeah.
So by you saying you're gonna get out, you're not really saying it, but inadvertently you're basically saying, well, you're an idiot, you stayed, right? So they don't like that. People are just people at the end of the day. So it's not a right or wrong answer, you know what I mean? But That's the problem you're having right now is you got kicked out for other reasons. I
Well,
would
on my
say,
file, I have my 2808, and it says he was discharged for refusing the COVID vaccine. So that's good. That's going to go up to the BCMR, and they'll be able to see that too. But it was then like LORs and stuff like that that were additional on there. But everything on my paper trail, from what I see, looks good. It's
so let me
just a
ask you
matter of
this:
time.
what happens if they say no? Have they given you guidance on that yet?
Um, they haven't given me any guidance on it. Um, no, they haven't given me any guidance on it.
What are you doing if they say no?
Um, I mean, I'll keep doing what I'm doing now with my business. You know, probably.
What are you serving
I was
for?
just,
Or why are you going back?
well, in one more contract, because with the time in service, I'll be at 6 years. If I do another 4, I'll be able to get my Leosa. So that'll be good to be able to do security work and stuff like that. Have the opportunity to do that. I have 2 kids, so
Were you security forces?
I was.
Okay.
Yep. So that's a plus. The community for my kids, my family was really good. Like we had an FCC on base, so my wife watched over like a family daycare type thing,
Yeah.
and we're able to make a few extra thousand a month. But the community for my 2 kids now, because we homeschool, that's going to be a plus to have a few other kids there, and for them to be homeschooled and just go through that early childhood development together,
Yeah. So it sounds
make
like
extra money.
you're describing military life in general. So I guess
Exactly.
my
Yeah.
question to you is why? I mean, why not the army?
I was gonna ask you that if I could, just as an opportunity, just seeing what's available. Not that I was super gung ho about it, but if
Yeah.
I could go into it and get my benefits, the back pay, time and service, like if they'll recognize that if I switch
Well,
branches.
how much money were you making on the outside? Because you do know how that money works, right?
Yeah, yeah. I would,
They're gonna subtract whatever pay from your W-2s you've been making since you've been out. So it's not gonna be full back pay.
no, it's not. So instead of 150K, it'll probably be like 50K.
How much were you making a year?
Um, I'd have to look at my returns. I'm not exactly sure, but I was
Yeah.
self-employed.
I mean, I don't
So
know. I don't know exactly how much if that transfer is gonna work. I've never seen it. I can only imagine it. I don't see why it wouldn't. But at the same time, it sounds like the reason that you're wanting to go back to the military isn't 100% money driven. It sounds like
no,
it's
it's all the military stuff, and it's
family
the
and yeah,
community. Yeah, it's the
right.
Leosa, it's the training, the
Yeah,
community is
so
great, all that.
I wouldn't discount it either way. If like the Air Force tells you like, hey man, kick rock, sorry. Um, yeah, hit me up and let's see what we can handle for you. Um, just a guy says, come join the Marines. Yeah,
I don't know about that one.
yeah, I'm gonna stay quiet on that.
But no,
The
everything's good. My paper trail looks good. If they did throw me a curveball, it'd be super left field. But from my paper trail, from my 2808 from MEPS, it says he was discharged for refusing the COVID vaccine. So I mean,
okay,
there's a lot
you
of
probably
proof
have a good
there.
chance. You probably have a really good chance then. I think you should work. It all should work out for you. But if it doesn't, you know you got me here as a resource. Just reach out and let's see what we can do and put you in the army. And square you away. At least you'll get all the things you described just now, even if the money isn't going to come back.
Yeah, for sure. I like the chair force too. I don't want to go do all that grunt work. I want to be in corporate. I want to be in the corporate military.
Yeah, I mean we got MPs, bro. Your security forces, right? So we got
Yeah,
MPs. Same
but we
thing.
don't have PT. I'll probably have PT in the army.
That's how y'all get fat as fuck.
Some people
That's
do.
fine.
But
Yeah, don't do that shit. You need PT. PT is good for you.
why join the military if not fighting?
Right.
Well, as someone said in the comments, there's a lot of other good jobs to do. Like
Yeah.
as security forces, when I got stationed in North Dakota, in Minot, North Dakota, I got to do TRF, which was the Tactical Response Force for that base and for the missile field in North Dakota. So we got a lot of training, CQB training, fast roping, rappelling. bunch of stuff. So there's a lot of
I'm
other
gonna
cool shit to do.
I'm gonna have to go there for my eye doctor now. Stupid.
To North
And why not?
Dakota? Why
Yeah,
not?
because I'm moving, and like that's why I'm not gonna have the same number. I'm moving to South Dakota in like 2 weeks.
Congrats, man. I heard it's beautiful up there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be
Hey,
fine. But
love it.
yeah, as close as military base is mine out there, so I'm probably gonna have to go to the eye doctor and stuff there.
Minot wasn't so bad. When I got orders, everyone's like so scared of getting Minot, but for me, I didn't have to be in a big city. When I got off work, I was reading, I was learning about things I was interested in, and I took the quiet time to do personal development stuff. So,
Yeah, that's good, man. Well, I'm glad,
yep.
man. Hey, just like I said, reach out if you have anything, and then I'm always here, so just reach out to me, okay?
Yes, sir. Will do. Appreciate it.
Awesome, Isaiah. You have a good one.
You too.
All right. Who's got a question? Any question? Hands are up. Hands are up. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. If you guys are asking questions in the comments, just raise your hand, okay? Because I'm probably not going to see the comments as often.
Hey, it's Derek. How you doing?
Doing all right, Derek. How are you?
Pretty good.
Hey, Derek. So, like I told you guys before, I have to rebuild your shit, your paperwork, because of the hiccups we had when they messed with the system. So it's almost done. Forgive me, I'm probably not going to work on it tomorrow. You can imagine why.
Yeah.
But I will have it. I'll probably pull it out and finish on Saturday if you're going to be available. I'll send it over if you're available. If you can't wait till Monday.
Well, I'm available for sure.
Okay, there you go. Well, that's a little update for you. What's your question though?
Yeah. So I just got a few questions for you today. How long should I plan to be away before I can see my family again after shipping?
Depends on the job. So if you let's just say infantry, if you picked infantry, you're talking 22 weeks, and then you're going to get orders to a permanent duty station where your family can join you. Or I can't remember. Are you married? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that your wife will get you'll get what's called accompanied orders, and that is going to allow your family to join you at your next duty station. So really just for your initial training, you're talking basic training and job training. That's when after that, and they say, okay, you're going to this next duty station for 3 years, right? That's when your family comes with you.
Okay. So during the basic training and all that, will my family be receiving like housings and all the benefits?
Yep. Yeah. As soon as you check in at reception, your pay and everything starts, and your first paycheck will include housing payments and your base pay.
Okay. The other question I got is if you would talk about the SFAS swim test.
If we could talk about the SFAS swim test.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the PDF is going to make you crush the Army's swim. Okay, from what I gathered, it's kind of I think it's a 10-minute tread in water with full uniform and boots, and then you got to be able to swim. I believe it was like 100 meters only or something like that in full uniform and boots. We're not the SEALs. We don't do a lot of swimming, but they want to make sure you're not going to drown if you end up in water.
Okay, because that's
Can you
something
swim?
that I'm working on right now.
Can you swim?
Not so good, but I'm having lessons now.
Okay. Is 18 X-ray the thing you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so for you, it's going to be different. You'll go and your family can join you after airborne school. You should be able to get accompanied orders when you go to Fort Bragg for SFAS. So you'll go to 22 weeks of OSIT training, 4 weeks of airborne school, and then your family will meet you.
Right. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, work on the swim, man. If you're not that good of a swimmer, I would definitely get better because Are you in a private pool or is it some like a public situation?
It's a public situation, but I have like a coach or something that I'm
Okay,
working with.
ask the coach, does the coach know what you're training for?
Yeah.
Okay, ask the coach if it would be okay if you swam in pants and boots to try that out because it's very hard if you've never done it.
He said it's fine, but he's like, okay, he wants to make sure I can fully do it without the
Swim
uniform.
normal. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure that he lets you do that when you're getting ready, okay? Because that is a requirement.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Is
That's
that all
all.
your questions, Derek? Yeah, you're good. I owe you the paperwork. We have not forgotten about you, but you need to check in with me at least like every couple days, though. Okay, keep me on track as well. All right, and just understand that I am moving soon, so there'll be like a small pause and break in the action. Okay.
Well, you have all the time. It's not like a rush, so
Okay.
I'm also sure by the time you're done with your process and everything, I'm also ready over this side. So since I got a job and all that, I'm training too every day.
Especially if you're learning how to swim. I need you to be knowing that because I'm not going to be comfortable sending you to SFAS just to fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one area I'm working on that I was in. So because I didn't hear much people talk about it.
Yeah, it doesn't get a lot of traction because you just need to know how to swim basically. But if you don't know how to swim, it's going to be very difficult for you. So go ahead and make sure that you know and you're comfortable swimming and your coach or whoever is okay. And well, like I said in the beginning, you're not going to drown in a damn pool. Okay. The Army's not going to let you drown. We're going to pull you out if you pass out. But, that sucks. You'll fail. So don't do that. All right.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, Derek. I appreciate you, man. I don't know who's next. Whoever's in line, just start talking, guys.
Hey, how's it going? My question is, how much access do recruiters have to possible ship times for certain MOSs?
Oh, fucking all the access.
Okay, because I was processing with the Marines initially just for like an infantry contract, and then I got like a 99 on my ASVAB.
They don't got
so I went
shit
to go talk to the Army recruiter.
Yeah, no, you can talk to me, brother. I can do your shit.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can process anybody from anywhere, anytime. So, we can ship. I can tell you exactly when ship out dates and stuff are. But I will tell you this: you cannot work both sides of the fence at once. You definitely need to make a decision if you want to go one side or the other, because the service branch that you're working with owns the rights to your social security number. So it's going to be, it's not one of those things. A lot of people want to be like, oh, hey, I'm going to try and work the Marines and the Army at the same time. Whoever gets me out quicker, I'm going to go with them. It doesn't work like that.
Totally.
I was
wondering if sorry.
No, I can't tell you what other people's ship out dates look like today, basically. Whenever we talk, like obviously I don't have my laptop out and I can't pull it up right now and I don't have them memorized, but I can definitely get you ship out dates and tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah. So like I would have to do a spiff to the Army to look at ship out dates for certain MOSs.
Correct. Are you prior service?
No, I'm not.
Did you work with another branch of service before the Marines?
Yeah, I was working with the Navy, and then I wanted to just go with the Marines just because it was quick, and then I got the complicated situation. Just trying to get out as quick as possible. And then when I got the 99, I'm like, maybe I could wait a little bit more if like something like Intel pops up. And
I've got Intel jobs right. I got Intel jobs right now. You got
right
99.
now?
Yeah, I saw it on there today. I was perusing jobs with this other guy who had one on there. So Intel's open. Some of them are, as long as you qualify in other routes, in other ways, you should be fine, man. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the Army's the best bet. Like I'm going to be able to have more resource to help you than any other branch. Like we could handpick jobs. We can do all sorts of cool stuff. I mean, right now, everyone's joining, so jobs are thinning, but I still can like look at a list and then we see like, oh, this is Intel. You've got 18
Yeah.
X-ray, you got it, 35 whiskeys, 35 golfs, you got things like that. So I did see a 35 series job today. I can't recall exactly which
Okay.
one because the kid wanted nothing to do with that. He ended up getting tank mechanic, which is dope, I guess. I'm not a mechanic. I do not turn wrenches, but hey, more power to you. Do what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's there, man. If you wanna work and get this going, man. My numbers, I think, and somebody posted my number in the chat a minute ago. If you scroll up in the chat, my number's there. Shoot me a text, and I'll call you, or you call me after this live is over, and we'll discuss what we need to do. The reason I asked you who you were working with is because you said the word spiff, and you don't know that unless you've been through it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
that's what I figured. I was like, man, nobody knows what the word spiff is. Like that's so. All
Yeah.
right, yeah. But no, I can spiff the record over. It generally takes anywhere from 1 to 3 days to get over from the Marines. And once that's done, me and you hit the ground running. You fill out your packet. You've already been to MEPS for your ASVAB. Did you do medical yet?
So I gotta get a waiver because I caught pneumonia within the last 3 months. So I got like the pulmonary function test done and all that, and I got my list of prescriptions and all that.
Oh, that's
So
too easy. That's too easy, man.
okay.
It might not even it might not even be a waiver with the Army because we all have our own regulations, right? So the Army might look at that and go, whatever, we don't care. You don't have pneumonia now, right? So they might not even give a shit, man, and you might just go through with no waiver. So if you did your physical, your ASVAB, and you're just waiting, brother, man, your process is easy, and I can pull your jobs. I could pull jobs for you tomorrow. Even well, no, I can't. Not tomorrow. I'm not doing shit tomorrow. But maybe Saturday I'll break out my box and we'll look at jobs, and if you want. And I mean, I've got a guy who's got a 97 ASVAB right now that I'm working, and he did not pick a job yet because we're waiting out for a specific one for him that he really wants. But I could use his record and look at what jobs he qualifies for, which would be what you would qualify for.
Yeah, I'm I'm most curious because I don't know how in demand like certain Intel like the 35S. I'm not sure what the term for S is.
So
but SIGINT.
Some of the Intel jobs, right? I mean, this is going to go more into kind of a longer conversation, so I'd like to have it, privately with you. But some of the Intel jobs are advertised, but they're only able to be gotten from the inside. So you start off, so basically, it's kind of like the 11X program, right? 11X, you're either going to be 11 Bravo or an 11 Charlie, right?
Mhm.
Same thing. Intel has the same version of that. So you might go in as like a 35 whatever, and then they switch you to one or two ways after training.
Okay.
So we can, like I said, we can get in more detail about that privately. I don't want to bore the hell out of people, and I don't want to like explain Intel jobs on YouTube.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, let's do that privately. If you want to, do you have my number?
Looking for it in the chat right now.
It's in the chat. Somebody just posted it there. DCGDIR. He posted it on the bottom there. But if you shoot me a text right now, and kind of make sure you remind me like who you are, because I'm not going to keep your Discord name straight with real names. I will forget who you are in Discord every day.
Totally.
So, yeah, man, shoot me a text and we'll get to it, man. All right. We'll knock it out, okay?
All right. Thanks.
All right. Later.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, I was just wondering, so if you decide to go down like the 18X pipeline, can you choose what division you'll end up being placed in? For example, like requesting to be in SecCom?
No. They're going to put you where they need you. I mean, like, if they, again, like I kind of was telling that other guy, I'm not sure how long you've been here, but he asked if you could pick which infantry unit you're in. as long as you set yourself up for like the right path, there's a good chance you can kind of guide the Army to putting you where you want to be. You know what I mean? For instance, having, certain job designators would do that. But like at the end of the day, man, Army's gonna Army. They're always gonna put you where they need you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's totally understandable. I just
Mhm.
was curious because, like, like I know CENTCOM mainly does the Middle East, so if you were able to speak like Arabic, would something like that increase your chances then?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, stuff like that is what the Army's what I mean by help the Army and guide them to where you would like to go. That's the best way to do that, is having something that benefits them to put you where you want to be. You know what I mean? You want to go to the 82nd Airborne, but you're not airborne qualified. What are the chances you're going?
Right, makes sense. I just
You know
wanted
what I'm
to
saying?
figure to ask you, but
Yeah,
thank you. I
no, that's
appreciate that.
that's a good question, man. So, what have you started your process yet as well?
I haven't done really any of the paperwork yet because I didn't want to waste like any recruiter's time or anything yet because I know physically I'm definitely not there right now, so I'm working on that. I'm like working with a couple personal trainers.
Is it weight or is it physicality?
Physicality, like I'm not gonna lie, my run times are nowhere near the standard. Push-ups are nowhere near the standard, so I don't want to waste anyone's time or my time till I'm totally ready.
Okay. Well, you make sure you contact me. I don't want if anybody's in this Discord. And especially now with these updates that they did to the system, you have to start this process with me. Like they updated the system to a point where I can't even help you guys anymore. I used to be able to get in and look at like some guy would be like, "Hey, I've been working with this recruiter for 6 months, and he said he sent out my waiver. How long does it usually take?" Well, I used to go into that recruiter system and look at the waiver process, and I would be able to say, "Hey, bud, I'm sorry, but your waiver got denied," and he just probably doesn't know how to tell you yet. So I hate to be the guy, but I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm going to tell you guys straight out what's going on. So I've broken the news to a couple guys from the Discord that way. I can't do that anymore. They locked up the system tight, and I can't do anything really to go into anybody else's records. Nothing. I can't help you guys that way. So if you want this done properly, just contact me. I will do it from the start. Okay. I can get everything going and make sure you get to your goal.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'm definitely keeping you in mind for when I want to go down that, and fill out all the
Mhm.
paperwork and everything.
Yeah, like I'm telling you because I've seen the horror stories, man. I'm telling you right now, and I won't be able to help anybody like I have in the past because of what they did to the system. So it is what it is. Like it happens every day. Just ask around in the Discord, man. It happens every day. So. But if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out anytime. Like you're not wasting my time. So ask away, okay? I get paid to do this for the Army. You're not wasting my time.
Awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you for
Yep,
everything you do.
of course. Thank you.
Hey, what's going on, boss?
What's up, brother?
Hey, so and it's funny you actually just said that because I just left from the recruiter's office today. He said that he can work with put my waivers in, and I have a good chance of being approved. I'm asking about the security clearance as well. We talked previously, so I got a buddy down in seventh group. He said that my security clearance should be pushed through, or I should be good. I used to be I didn't tell you, but I used to be a police officer on Robins Air Force Base. So we had to go through that whole security clearance process, had to sit down with the investigator. And he
Mhm.
said, just wait for some things to fall off and I should be good. My question is, and especially since you just said that, instead of working with the recruiter here at my home base, should I just work with you since you just said that you're basically the only one that can be able to see whether these, because I need, I think, what, 2 or 3 waivers, and I don't mind
I mean,
divulging.
if you want to work with me, I mean, I'm going to be able to efficiently work your waivers. What I'm getting at is I won't be able to help you with working with him. Okay, so if you're working with another recruiter and you think like, oh man, is he actually doing what he says he's doing? Is he doing this?
Right.
I can't check. I used to be able to double check on these guys and like call them on some bullshit if they're lying to y'all. I can't do it now. So, my suggestion is it's easy for me to do this stuff. I do it every day.
Okay.
If that's what you want me to do, like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll work your paperwork and we'll just go from there.
What do I need to start in order to? Well, do I just need to reach out to you personally, just privately, and
Yep.
then?
Just shoot me a text message and then I will follow up with a list of everything I need from you. And we'll get rocking and rolling on everything.
All right, that's all, man. That's all I needed, brother.
Yeah, of course, bro. And you got my number, you said?
Yeah. We had spoke previously, probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago with I think like 2 more waivers with and you know my thing was, you know, I had 2 misdemeanor marijuana charges, but that stemmed years ago, and then I was able to get you know, work as a Leo on base for about
Wait a
2
minute.
years.
Did you have any charges after you got out of being a law enforcement?
No.
Just
No.
marijuana charges?
Yeah, just well, it was a theft by receiving back when I was in college, but that was dropped. You know, so the person signed a affidavit basically saying I wasn't the person, and then just the only 2 charges I had that I did nolo contendere, the 3-month process, and then I did a full year probation. But then I want to say 4 or 5 years later, you know, waiting for that to get off. Had a buddy worked on Robbins, got me to be able to work out there, and then worked there for about 1.5 years, 2. Got out, started making a little bit more money on the outside, legal, you know, I day trade, so. So that's
Bro,
why I
that's
was
too
asking.
easy.
Say it again, sir.
I said that's too easy, bro. You got 2 marijuana charges. That's I'm gonna crush that.
Okay. And just the security clearance wise, just with debt, because you know I don't mind divulging. I have no reason to.
No, I mean, you've got the charges, so you got to divulge it. You got to talk about it. They're gonna see it. So I think they're minor enough. The business rules on that say that for 18X you can't have any major law violations, and
Okay.
I don't think that's considered major by any means.
Okay. And then just debt wise, it's just school. You know, I got my bachelor's degree, so I have college debt, and then also I had a repossession last year. So I'm working on that, just trying to, I guess, show that I'm making payments on that. I mean, it's not going to be fully
Right.
paid off until probably.
No, yeah, that's good, man. I mean, I don't. Those are all easy to explain.
And I'm asking these questions not just for myself, but for others that may have that similar, you know, path, I guess you can say.
Yeah, no, I think you're gonna be fine. Just hit me up, and if you're ready to get moving on it,
Yes, sir.
what job are you looking at?
18X.
Yeah, so that's gonna be easy. I mean, if you're ready, and I think I'm remembering a little bit of this conversation. You're
Yeah.
physically ready, right? You're like
Physically,
crushing PT, right?
well, my thing is my numbers, obviously, just listen to Jake, need to be better. I'm 2 miles right now. My last 2 mile was 13. Let me check real quick. I got it written down. 2 mile, 13:45, and my 5 mile was 37:22. So, you know, I know I need to get those down.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, you're on the right track though, man. How old are you?
30 going on 31 in August.
Okay. Well, we need yeah, let's get going on that. So that way I remember speaking to you now because
Yes,
we
sir.
did talk about this, and I think I did tell you the same thing, that you are at that age that we need to make a decision.
Okay.
So let's get it done, brother. I mean, I'll go to work for you as fast as you want to move, or if you want to take it slower, we can do that too. It's up to you. But just reach back out, shoot me a text, and with your full name, and
That's
let me
it.
know, and you're ready. Say, hey, 18X ready to go. Something
Thank
like
you,
that.
sir. Thank
All
you.
right, I got you. Yep.
All right.
Hello, sir. My name is Victor. I just wanted to ask, will 15K in debt ruin my chances of getting a high security clearance?
What's the debt for?
For a vehicle my car got repoed.
No, I mean, it's not nice. They're gonna have questions about it. They're gonna definitely talk to you, but I would just let them know. Just look, no stable job. That's why I'm joining the military. I want a stable job, and I'm gonna use my bonus if you get one, or my paychecks, and I'm gonna pay that off immediately. You know, I don't think it's a lot. It's not enough to um I don't think it's enough for you to get a straight up denial. Now, if you say something stupid like I don't want to pay it, I didn't feel like doing it, or something like that, it shows more immaturity than anything. But if you give them a good reason as to why you have the debt, you'll be fine.
Okay, got it. So it's all just convincing them.
Well, you're not really convincing. Just be truthful, because these guys, you got to understand, man. They're security investigators. They literally are human lie detectors. So don't try to convince anybody. Just be like, hey, this is the facts of the matter. And this is why I'm joining the military. I want to be able to better my life and have a steady paying job. And now I'm going to be able to pay this debt off.
Got it. Just try and tell them that I'm still paying it off.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, are you making payments on it?
Yes.
Okay, good, because they're going to pull your credit. They're going to know. So, make your payments. Show and be like, yes, I'm trying to, but I don't have as much opportunity right now too, which is why I'm joining the military. This is why I want to do things. I want to make sure I have a good, steady paying job and better myself,
Okay, that's cool. I suppose that's just. Yeah, I suppose that's all the questions I had to ask at the moment. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. See ya.
Hey, Staff Sergeant Shell.
Oh, what's up, big dog?
Hey, I have a question for Jaden. So did you get a chance to see the guy that's missing 2 middle fingers?
Yeah, I did.
What's your thoughts?
I'm pretty positive it's a no-go, because he's got 3. Yeah, he's missing 2. So yeah,
he's missing the 2 middle fingers. He got a pinky and a pointer finger.
Yeah, and he's got the thumb. I'll double check and see if there's waivers, but it's in the reg too how many fingers you have to have. So, and I'm pretty sure he's at least missing. He's one short somewhere.
It's on his non-dominant hand though. That was the only thing that I was like, maybe. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take a look again at the regs, but
okay.
I did see it. You text me, you're like, I got a doozy for you, and I looked at the email and I laughed out loud. I was like, yeah. You right. You got a doozy for me. Okay.
The dude heard my voice at Six Flags and did an about face and ran up on me and said, I need some help. I know what you do.
Wow.
So I snapped those pictures and he just sent me an email. So I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, he's missing. So they pulled out all the bones in his hand. So he truly only has a pinky and an index finger because it all got mangled. But I mean, it's a simple answer. You know what I'm saying?
Was he born this way, or he had an
accident?
He
rolled a 4-wheeler and he put his hand out and it got mangled.
Okay, because that might make a difference. So let have him reach out to my number too.
Okay.
That 217 number. Don't accidentally give him my other one.
Yep. I'm on it.
Yeah, and then have him reach out, and I'll that way I have a line of communication. I can actually talk to him.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Staff Sergeant Shell. My name's Davion Cheeks. I was a JUCO wrestler for 2 years. I've been following Jake's program for only about 2 weeks right now, his SEAL program. But I'm not ready by any means. Like running time, I have an 8-minute mile and a half time, so that's pretty good, I think. I'm doing 15 pull-ups, 115 push-ups, like 90 sit-ups. Want to get that up there too. But my swim is the really bad part. It's like 14 minutes, so I really got to get that down. But I was just wondering, when I get that down, what would be the ideal time to apply to the Navy to enlist? And I know you have that thing going on where you're taking guys too.
Yeah, Jake, you there still?
Yeah, I'm here. So listen, hey man, here's the deal. You're a wrestler, right?
Yes, sir.
Where'd you wrestle at?
I wrestled at a junior college, Harper College. It's in Schaumburg, Illinois.
Where'd you wrestle in high school?
Lafayette, Jeff. It's in Lafayette, Indiana.
Okay, so you in a good wrestling state. So here's what I'm going to tell you. If you can't get, how old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay, if you can't get ready in 6 to 8 weeks, then you weren't really a wrestler.
Okay,
so
yes, sir. Yeah.
If you're struggling on the swimming part, so I'm just going to give you an example. MMA training partner for pretty much the top level MMA guys calls me, wants to be a SEAL. Okay, send him the PDF. 6 weeks later, he's running 31-minute 5 miles and swimming like 730 side stroke 500s. So what I would
think I got to get my technique down because I'm like brute forcing it right now and swimming a 14.
Okay.
So
listen,
I think I can do it.
Hang on. Are you on a PDF?
Yes, sir.
You on week 2, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a swimming coach? Like, where are you swimming at?
I'm swimming in the mornings. I'm just doing it by myself. But my swim coach, he's the high school swim coach. I'll go to him. They're on off week right now. It's dead week.
Perfect. Go over there, and we're swimming freestyle, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so go over there and get him to tune you up. Like, so like, you can muscle a 9-minute all day. Okay, so like you're a wrestler. Like you got to figure it out. You wrestled in good state. You wrestled in JUCO. Like this shit should take you maybe 8 weeks. Now the other thing I'm gonna remind you, you only been on the program for 2 weeks, so don't expect miracles to happen. But you just got to put out. I have yet to have a wrestler take 4 months to get ready. Normally it's 8 weeks at the most. So reach out to me. You got my phone number, or send me an email. Send me a text message, and then I'll see your stuff, and I'll just make sure I keep track of it. Send me your swim times on Monday, first and last lap, and then I'll know what's going on. Make sense?
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. I wanted to call and ask. I speak Mandarin Chinese. I spoke with Jake once or twice. I really want to go into the Army for intel. And I'm hoping long-term I maybe go for SFAS as an officer after a few years. I was curious to know what obstacles are there to getting intel as an officer, and can it be like guaranteed when I sign?
No, not that side. I mean, that's a great question, man. I mean, you're going to face the same hurdles as every other officer trying to get to your branch. You need to be crushing everything. Especially once you get through like the basic camps and all that shit with OCS. But OCS is a competitive pipeline that you're going to need to understand that everybody that's in there is competing. They call it an OML in the Army. It's an order of merit list, right? So you need to be the top to be able to pick your spot, right? So I think they used to give it to like the top 3 or 4 guys, and then they just kind of branch everybody from there where they need them and where they want them. But I'd have to get a more updated guidance on who gets to pick right now, if that is even still happening. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell, man. It's just one of those things where you need to compete, and you need to obviously be crushing for something like intel. Make sure your academics in OCS are top tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then so like so what I should do is like look up what you're studying, what's studied in OCS, and then try to get a head start on that before going.
Yeah, I mean, bro, if you're looking at the OCS pipeline, I mean, I think that would be the best for anybody. But yeah, if you want to prepare as much as possible prior, that's good. But I am a big advocate for shoot your 50-meter target, right? So whatever your 50-meter target is, if you're struggling with physicality to even get selected for OCS, you need to be killing the PT test. Did you make the board? Like, did you pass? Because if you haven't gone and started that whole business, right, you need to look at that 50-meter target, which is, I got to get there first. Once you're there, yes, then you need to start focusing on the next goal.
Hey, real quick, Staff Sergeant Shell. So listen, bud, I told you before, right? You've got to understand there's no guarantees at OCS. You got to be a complete dog in OCS to get what you want. And that means you got to be running 32-minute 5 mile. You got to be rucking 2 hour 12 mile. Like, you got to be a dog. From what I've seen with the 100 or so officers we made in the last year, if you get what you want to get, and intel is really hard to get, you got to be one of the top 5 guys in the class. Because a lot of the dudes are trying to go infantry at the top of the class. But just understand this, there's no way around, like, academics is a part. Yes, land nav is huge. Physicality is probably the number one thing, and then peer evals. Like, you've got to go there a total soldier to pick intel. Now, what I'm going to tell you is you can get to your job and then rebranch in 2 years, 3 years into what you want to do and use your Chinese. But that's the political way to go about it, right? Like anybody, I told you this the first time, anybody who wants to go intel in the Army, unless they're calling you and saying, hey, we want you to be an intel officer in the Army, like, you're rolling big dice going to OCS. There's no way around it. There's no I don't even know how many billets they have a class, but my guess is probably somewhere in the 5 range, maybe even less than 5 for 90 guys. Okay, so maybe 2 to 4 guys are going to go intel out of 90 guys. Does that make sense?
Got really crush it.
Hello?
And then for rucking, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. And so, like, the physicality being fast, and then making sure you're crushing it on is there?
Listen. Let me tell you something. You did the same thing last time you talked to me. You're looking for a shortcut, bruh. I can only tell you what you need to do to be successful. I can't mold what you need to do to be successful. The standard is the standard. Okay? Like, there's no ways around it. Like, there's just no ways around it. Like, you have to be able to run fast as shit. You got to be able to ruck. You got to be a good person. You got to do well on peer evals. You got to do well academically. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? Like, there's no, like, I just did a video on this, you guys. I put a video out about guys that ask why. Everybody that's asking why is trying to find a cheat code for actual hard work. They don't want to do the hard work to get to where they want to go. And so they keep asking why, and they're trying to find an angle that they think they can attack to be more successful than what everybody else did to be successful. So just keep that in mind.
You got any more questions there, brother?
No, that was really it.
Awesome. All right, man. Hey, reach out if you got any questions. But yeah, like Jake said, man, there's no shortcut. I mean, you just got to crush it on every aspect. And, you know, I will tell you that a lot of the guys, when they do get like to pick, if it's like the number one thing, or they get to pick their number one choice or whatever, they're a lot of guys are picking infantry, because that's where the medals are won. You know, they write history books about infantry officers. So who knows, you might get it being the number 2 or 3 guy, but I mean, why leave that up to chance?
Yeah.
All right, man, stop back in, ask more questions. All right,
will do. Thanks.
Hold on, I got somebody here. Brum, get in here. I just invited somebody to speak if he's here. Hold on, I'm gonna text him. Tell him to get his ass in here. Everybody else, raise your hands if you guys got questions up until this point. There he is. There you go.
Hey, Joe.
What's up, bro? All right, man.
Up,
like
bro?
I told you earlier, man, let these guys know kind of from start to finish after you contacted me. All right.
Yeah. So giving a little update to you guys here. I was working with a recruiter, and things were, I don't know, they're a little bit stagnant. They weren't going so well. So I hit up Shell, and he fixed all my packet, he fixed all my paperwork, everything like that, and just went to MEPS, got my 18 X-ray contract, and yeah, fucking smooth sailing over here after
2 days. 2 days, you got his 18X contract, you know?
Yep, today. After probably, yeah, things never went that fast. After probably like 2 weeks working with Shill. So after working with other recruiter for a month, couldn't, like, I don't know, it was just a bunch of hoops we were trying to jump through, and everything was super easy after that. So if anyone has any questions about that, you know, definitely hit up Shill, or, you know, I'm in the chat for anyone has any, I don't have any crazy input to give out, but just questions on little stuff like that, you know, is super good.
And
so
what I'm going to say is I want you to stay in the community and kind of let people, not while you're training, you focus on training, but like as you get a little free time, kind of give some tips and tricks, and hey,
yeah, just like stuff that I noticed along the way that other guys aren't picking up on.
Yeah, the more intel we got here, the better and more prepared everybody else behind you can be. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. I appreciate it, bro. Congratulations and good job today, brother.
Yep. Thank you, guys. All right.
Somebody, whichever one of you guys wants to go.
Can anybody hear me? Anybody hear me?
Yep. Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, Staff Sergeant Shell. Nice to meet you. My name is Nathan. My name's Ryan on here. That's actually my middle name. I'm 30 years old. I'm trying to join the Army. I've spoke to a recruiter recently, went to MEPS, took my ASVAB, got a 62. I wanted an 18 X-ray contract, had a 105 on my GT score. They told me, I mean, I looked at the score, I couldn't get it, the 18 X-ray, because it's 110 on the GT.
Yep.
They told me to take an 11X contract, and I could still go to SFAS. But I wanted to talk to you about it. I kept you in the back of my mind, honestly, with this whole thing. I got arrested when I was younger. Got arrested at 17. Also got arrested at 19. I wanted to tell you about those charges and just see what you thought about them.
Okay. Did you get waivers yet?
So I tried to join the Marine Corps at one point, and I actually got waivers from the Marine Corps.
Yeah, they don't transfer. You'd have to get waivers from the Army.
Yes, sir. So they did my fingerprints at the office. They said it should be fine, but I didn't. You know, I just wanted to run by you, see what you thought.
Yeah. What are the charges?
So when I was 17, I got charged with 2 counts of felony entering an automobile, but they were dropped to misdemeanors of criminal trespass. So 2 misdemeanor criminal trespasses. And then when I was 19, got a DUI with alcohol concentration under 21, and then underage possession and speeding. All 4 of those charges got dropped to a reckless driving misdemeanor.
Or you better have paid that lawyer a hefty tip.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're eligible. It's going to be fine. Your waiver should get approved. How old are you now?
30 years old, sir.
Oh yeah, dude. You've got plenty of time in between all that bullshit. So, that's going to be what it is. You're going to need to write an applicant statement explaining what happened and why it's never going to happen again. I would, if they haven't had you start doing that yet, I would do it. I'm sure they haven't told you that yet. Start writing it out. Use ChatGPT to make it look professional, but make it sure it's your words and make sure you know it, because someone is going to ask you about it. They are going to call you and say, like, what's up? Why did this happen? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be an officer, depending on the level of your waiver, which sounds like it might, it's probably going to go up to a USEREC level. We'll see how that goes. But you will get a call. And, yeah, I think that you're going to be eligible. What they told you about, just do 11X, you can still go to SFAS, is complete fucking nonsense. You have to have a 110 GT score, even if you're in the Army. So you'll have to retake that ASVAB, whether that's in the Army or prior, you're going to need to retake it.
Yes. Gotcha.
Did they tell you that?
No, they didn't. They actually kind of told me that I can still go to they'll have recruiters come out and I'll be able to.
No.
And I asked them about the GT score. I said, well, I still have a 105 GT score, so wouldn't that still bar me from being able to even go to SFAS? And they're like, nah, that shouldn't be an issue.
Are you
feel like they knew what
That's an absolute lie. Then I like to give the recruiters a benefit of the doubt sometimes and be like, oh, it was kind of like lying by omission, but they just straight lied to you, bro. That's bullshit. You have to have a 110.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I mean, that's, I don't know how you feel about that. I would not feel good about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What what other questions you got though on that?
That's really all I wanted to run by you. I just felt like if these recruiters kind of, because when I was trying to join the Marine Corps, they kind of gave me the runaround with my criminal record and try to get me in open contract.
Marines don't like to work. Marines don't like to work shit like that normally. You represent a lot of work for them, and that's probably not going to get approved for them. Contrary to everybody's belief, dude, the Marines are actually really hard to get into as far as like recruitment standards. If you have any physical thing wrong with your shoulders, like you are done.
Yeah.
You ever had a surgery on it? Gone. Like moral stuff, they will put some things in, but they're difficult. So I will give them credit for that. They're picky. But
gotcha.
As far as your current recruiters go, that's unfortunately just an outright lie. So I'm gonna hope to God that you just misheard them.
Right.
But you're 30 years old. It's probably not the case, and they probably said what you just said.
Yeah, I don't want to out of context, but I feel like that's what I heard. So I just wanted to run that by you. I had one other question, if you don't mind.
No, go right ahead.
So I went to MEPS. I didn't do my medical yet. They told me I'd be doing it next week. I had to fill out a packet that they gave me. It has all my previous addresses, previous jobs, things that I've done. I've worked many jobs in the past 10 years. Some of them I don't even remember doing. I've lived in a couple locations, lived in California, lived in New Jersey. One of those jobs that I did for a time was with my father running a family business, but I always wrote down that I was an intern because I never got paid with a check. So I just provided a place to stay.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell everybody else, right? Your packet, that's your SF86, that is the security clearance packet.
Yes, sir.
To the best of your ability, put down on that paper the things you remember and the things you got received a W-2 for, right?
Yes,
I would put that down. Any gaps, fill it in with unemployment.
Got you. Okay.
Now, if you want to text me privately, we can talk a little more about some of these things. Text me. My number should be in the chat a couple times. I'll even have a conversation tonight. Tomorrow, I'm gonna hang the phone up and throw it in a closet and run away from it. But I will be back at it Saturday, working through the weekends and how I always do. So I'm a workaholic, but I will talk to you tonight if that's something you would like to do.
I would. I'll look for your number in the chat.
It's in there a couple of times. Somebody's probably posting it right now, if I had to guess. But yeah, give me a call because this is kind of your situation's kind of messed up, man.
Gotcha. I appreciate you, sir.
Yep, no problem, brother. Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Here he is, George.
Hi, Staff Sergeant Shell. My name is Richard. I'm new to this channel. I put together. Oh, pretty good. I put together a packet for Army LCS. I went to MEPS and took the ASVAB, but because I got 2 medical DQs, which I got waived pretty easily, but it took 2 weeks to do. My recruiter said I missed the last board deadline for the fiscal year, and the earliest I could do the next battalion board would be September. which means I would find out in November for the USEREC board and then ship out in January. I was wondering if it was worth waiting that long, considering my college GPA is only a 2.7 cumulative.
Ooh.
I was hoping that my high ASVAB scores would make up for that. But my recruiter also said that they put a 35F airborne contract on hold, and I have to let them know by Monday. So I just wanted your thoughts on that.
I know what you're gonna say, Staff Sergeant Shell. You don't like it. You don't like it.
No.
Hey man, listen. Here's what I'm gonna say. Be happy that
Yeah.
you didn't go to this last board. This last board
Gotcha.
had the worst pickup rate I've ever seen in the last 15 years. Okay.
Was it like 30% or something?
Yes, it was terrible.
Damn.
So
That's
I wouldn't look at it as a woe is me. I would look at it as a complete blessing that something got messed up. Here's what I would
Gotcha.
say. You got a 2.7. What state do you live in?
Washington State.
Washington State. I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
we put a 2.3 in from Washington. As long as you're not from like Illinois, Michigan, that Midwest section don't like low GPAs. Okay? I would tell you wait until September, go in for a board. If you don't get picked up, then you can go enlist. Okay? But go ahead.
Oh, should I tell the recruiter no on the 35F airborne?
Yeah,
contract?
just wait. Just wait, brother. Like
Okay.
the
'Cause
difference is
he
too
said-
great. What's your degree in?
Kinesiology.
Okay, that's all right.
It's essentially exercise science. Just
Yeah, I
depends on
know.
word for that.
Listen, bro. I know.
Okay.
I know what every degree in the world is. Just so you understand.
Gotcha. Sorry.
I'm glad you did, because I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, I know exactly what kinesiology is. It's all what all the trainers take. So okay, yeah, I would just say like, put your package in. Who your letters of rec from?
2 former employers.
Okay.
An assistant basketball coach and.
Okay. Did you play basketball in college?
Oh, a professor. I did not, but he knows me. That's
Okay.
pretty much it.
Where do you live in Washington State?
Bellingham.
Bellingham. Okay, let me tell you something. I need you to go into every VFW around Bellingham, all the way to Everett, all the way to Seattle. You need to get 206s in the Army to write you letters of recommendation. Okay?
Okay.
That is your mission.
Can I ask? Oh.
Go ahead.
So a 98 ASVAB with a 137 GT wouldn't make up for the GPA?
Okay, listen, motherfucker.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Listen,
Okay.
motherfucker.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
This is your first time on this channel, correct?
Yeah. Sorry.
We've made 100 Army officers. You know how many Army officers were made last fucking year?
I do not.
450. We made 100 of those motherfuckers.
Gotcha.
Okay? If I tell you to go get 2 fucking 06 letters of recommendation, then that's the only thing that can help your package.
Okay, I'll do that.
I don't give a fuck if you got a 150 GT score. Okay? Then they're going to say you're an underachiever. Does that make sense?
Yep, understood.
Okay, so I'm telling you, you're in Washington State. There are a ton of officers. Like, I don't even care if you get an 06 in the Navy. Everett's got some 06s. Bellingham got some 06s. Go down to the VFW. Tell them you need 2 letters of recommendation for your Army OCS package. You're looking for 06s or generals. Stars would be better. If you can find a 3-star general, that's even better. But we need at least two officers in the military, retired or not, to write you letters of recommendation. You're not going to get picked up with not a single letter of recommendation from a military officer. I can tell you that right now.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I had. Thank you.
Hey, listen. Are you in Discord?
sorry.
I know you're on Discord over here. Do you see the OCS Discord over here on the left?
I do. I see the OCS board.
Okay,
channel.
be active over there. Like, dude, like we're printing officers in the Army. We're printing them. As long as you listen, we're printing them.
Gotcha.
All
right, brother.
What were you going to ask about the 35 or the 37?
Oh, see, the reason why I was curious is because they placed a hold and I need to let them know on Monday. They said that the intelligence jobs go away pretty quickly because they're rare. And the intelligence job, even without going to OCS, would give me a top security clearance, which I heard Jake say in one video that was actually pretty useful to do. So.
Yeah. Look, so when they said they put a hold on it, that means he reserved it. It's only good for 7 days.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what it is. But that's not. That's the same. It's the same sales tactic as limited time only, $9.99, you know, and then we're going back to the price of $20.99. You know what I'm saying? So what they're doing is they're putting what's called a sense of urgency on this, and they're trying to push you to take it now.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you let it run up in 7 days, and like 10 days from now, you're like, hey, you know what? I'll take that job. He can make a phone call and try to get that job back. Like, it's not gone forever. He is right though. Intel is like, they do go quick. And once they're gone, we're gonna have that time where we had like a month ago where like you couldn't get any job at all. You know, so.
Okay.
But I think we've got a lot of time before that happens again.
Okay, so just do what Jake said, and then I should be good. Right?
Always do what Jake says. Don't don't deviate.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, Jake. I wasn't trying to piss you off. So.
Good. You didn't make him mad. You know if you made him mad. I promise you that.
Gotcha.
You didn't make him mad.
You're good. Well, thank you for everything. Have a good day.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, I just wanted to add to what I was saying earlier. You guys make sure, I mean, obviously make sure on the PDF, right? But make sure you're crushing it. Because I was talking to some guys at MEPS, some guys with option 40, guys with 18 X-ray. They didn't even know what their 5 mile time. They were like, I've never ran a 5 mile. They're like, I don't even really know my 2 mile. They're like, yeah, I've ran 2 miles, but I don't even know what my time is. And I was just baffled. Like, I was astounded by the amount of people that have these contracts and they don't even know, like, they don't even know what they're doing or like what they're getting into. So I just forgot to say that I wanted to pop in and be like, hey, like, you guys are already doing good by, like, we're all doing good by being here, but, you know, just make sure you're crushing it, because there's a bunch of people that aren't even like 10% of the way there, and I just watched them swear in and sign their contracts to go to option 40, and you know what I'm saying? So just wanted to pop in and let you guys know. Just
the regiment gonna chew them up and spit them back out, bro.
Yeah. I just wanted to let you, but I saw that I was completely, because I've only been in this Discord, right? And I was assuming I was like, first thing I was like, what's your 5 mile time? And they looked at me like a little bit confused, like, what do you mean? They're like, oh, what I think my 5 mile time was. I was like, so you haven't even.
This Discord is different, okay? Like, we are not the normal. The normal is what you just spoke to. They just say, oh, I could do that because they saw some asshole on TV do it. That's crazy thought process, okay? This Discord is not the norm, okay? This is what is breeding winners, okay? Like, we have the keys to success here, and we can give it to everybody. I mean, this shit's free. That PDF that Jake's got you guys on, do you understand? Like, look at all those stupid ass Instagram, you know, fitness
it's like $200 a month or whatever.
You're selling that shit for $200-$300 for like, oh, hey, I'll give you a chapter 1 for $200. Unlock the platinum version for an extra $350 or some stupid shit, right? Like, don't get me wrong, there's some stuff on here that you pay for, right? But at the core level, if you don't have the funds to get real deep into the mentoring with Jake and stuff, and some people don't, but that's okay. You've got a lot of access here, and he is great. He does it on Wednesdays. You can get in and ask your questions. That shit is free. I mean, that's wild. Like, people are charging unbelievable amounts of money for this everywhere else you go. Life coaches for some guy that just like, he's just a guy. Maybe he had a great job. Maybe he made $100,000 a year, and he's like, "You want to learn how to make $100,000 a year?" Like, that's okay. Yeah, sure. Like, he's charging crazy money just to give advice, right?
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to say is, don't, just because the PDF's free, right? Don't take it as like, oh, whatever, it's just the PDF. Like, no, you can pay for a program and you'll see like that. You know, it's nothing better. You're not gonna find a better program than that. Just because it's free, don't take it for granted. Like, oh no, I think I need to go to SoCom Athlete or whatever and find something. Like, you're not gonna find, you know, it's not gonna be any.
The PDF is top tier training. I've said it once or twice on this before. I can afford to purchase that type of training for my son.
Yeah,
it doesn't bother me. The Army's been really good to me. But I've got my 15-year-old on the PDF. Okay, because he said, I want to go to West Point. He's already a cross country runner. He's fast as shit. Kid runs like crazy. But I've got him on the PDF because I know for a fact it's going to make him consistently be at, competing at the for state. I mean, he did it last year. He's been running the PDF, and then he was a 8th grader, and the kid made it. First couple, he's never run competitively or organized, right? First year of cross country, been on the PDF prior, goes to state. Only guy from the school that makes it. The team didn't make it. He made it individually because he was crushing it. He's a monster now. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the PDF is where it's at, and the fact that it's free, insanity. So
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, speed tree is really a lifesaver. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and let you guys know that you guys are like, we're all doing great by being in here, but don't like take it for granted. Like just because the PDF's free or anything like that. Like, no, it's really crazy what some people are doing that think they're gonna pass. Like, it's just incredible. So. Yeah, I'll let everyone else answer the questions, but I just wanted to let you guys know that.
Sup, Sergio, Shell, how are you, sir?
Good, man.
Hey, just reporting back. I was with you guys with actually Jack Zweig podcast video a few months ago. So I'm going through the OCS route, and I got my ASVAB score back. I nailed it. It's pretty good. I got a 114 my GT and 77 AFQT score. I was wondering, I got MEPS coming up on Monday. So does MEPS comes before the OCS board or after that?
It's going to come before, because they need to make sure that you're physically even capable of joining the Army.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So like if you get disqualified for a medical reason, there's no point to send you the board. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, no, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, my recruiter is he's being kind of shady, not showing me all the information. It's not sending me the email with my score. So I was like, what's going on?
But, wait, he didn't send you the email with your what score?
My GT score, my ASVAB score.
Oh, he thinks you're trying to jump ship on him.
Okay.
So he's doing that. I would just be like,
on purpose.
Okay. Yeah, he's not sending it to you on purpose because. Did you take the test at MEPS?
No, it was at community college.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a MET site then, right? They took you up there. It's the official test.
Yeah, it was an official test. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He can definitely send you your scores. I mean, the problem is he doesn't. It's the same thing. Recruiters act the same way if you ever bought a car?
Right. Yeah, I have.
So when you buy a car at a dealership, right, and the guy writes on the paper, brings you like the offer, and it's printed out like that, they don't like to hand it to you because they feel like you're just going to take it down the road and shop the price. It's the same exact thing. He's afraid you're going to take that ASVAB, walk over to the Air Force and be like, hey, I've got this already done. What can you do for me? Which it doesn't really help because regardless, even if you did that, the Air Force could pull your score. He's hoping to put a roadblock in front of that, so you just don't. If you just reassure him, like again, guys, these guys aren't just jerks because they want to be that way. I'm using different words because I'm not sure if we're on YouTube or not, but they're not inherently that way. You got to understand, most recruiters in the country right now, right? You guys know there's that stigma. Recruiters have a quota, this, that, and the other. That is 100% true. They have quotas. The quota is simply 1 a month, 11 a year. You're good. This is the only job in the Army that you can be fired from, is recruiting. If they will fire you, and it's called a 601-210. It's a part of the regulation, and they will straight up throw you out of recruiting, and they say they're not going to give you bad evaluation, but like, how does it look when you get fired from something? It's not a good thing. So that's kind of why the pressure's on them. They just want to make it out alive, and they want to survive and get back to their old job, because this is not a normal job people do forever. It's a detail, right? So you do 3 years, go back to your old job. It's a broadening assignment. It shows the Army you can do more than just your job, right? So they're not inherently out there to be sleazy or, dishonest, but when it comes to, damn, I got to get this guy in this month or else my packet goes up to be sent back, right? And it's his career, or hey, now you're a cook instead of an infantryman. Sorry, bro. You know what I mean? If he talks you into taking a cook contract, bro, that contract still counts as one for him. That's why I'm always telling you guys to be just, I would much rather everybody in this Discord just come work with me. I can't really do the officer side, so I understand why you're not. I believe we've had that conversation. I can't do it because there's a lot of stuff that you got to do physically by going to that board and things like that. That the battalion that I'm not part of, they're not going to want me to send somebody to their board. You know what I mean? So doing officer packets is extremely difficult virtually. But with that being said, that's why I would like you guys to work with me instead, because my quota was done like, I don't know, month 2 of the year. So in reality, I don't really care. Anything I put on the board for them is just icing on the cake for them. For me, it's just making sure everybody in the Discord gets exactly what you can get with what you're qualified for, both medically and academically, right? I don't want you guys getting screwed over because the guy has to put somebody in, so he talks you into something. And I know everybody in here is like, they wouldn't talk me into it. Bet they do. They're good at what they do. They are good at what they do. So they will show you the way, and they'll be like, look, it's just temporary. Or like the gentleman for earlier, hey, I can't be 18 X-ray. No, don't worry about it, man. They do volunteers in basic. No, they don't. Not for 105 GTs. No, they don't. You have to make the cut. They don't. That's just a bold-faced lie. So what he wants is he doesn't want that guy to go, damn, I can't get 18 X-ray. Well, oh well, screw it. And now he's going to jump ship and not do anything. So instead, he talked him into the next alternative and be like, don't worry about it, man. You can get there later. That's not true. You can take the ASVAB again and get there later, but you cannot just go to the recruiter now. You have to retake the ASVAB. You need a 110. So that's why they do it. I just want to clear the air. These recruiters aren't just born liars, okay? They're pushed up against the wall sometime, and it's unfortunate, but it does happen, So we aren't going to be victims of that, though, in this Discord, okay? Leave that to the Joe Blow down the street that don't know no better, okay? All right. I hope I answered that question, Manny. I went off on a rant just now.
That was great. Thank you. Also, does the 114 GT score, does it make me competitive enough for the OCS board?
Yeah, dude, you're going to be fine. It doesn't matter if it's a 110 or if it's a 110, 114. At the end of the day, they're going to look at what your GPA, your PT scores and things like that. As long as you qualify with the ASVAB, that's really all they care about. So you should be all right.
Okay, and one more thing. How many recommendation letters are enough? Like, I got 2 officers that work with me, retire. One was a Air Force PJ, and the other one was a lieutenant commander in the Navy.
What was that? What? What was their rank?
Oh, he was
Navy.
05, and the PJ, he was a captain.
That's still an 03 in the Navy, I think, right? Or no, that's not. That's a 03 in the Army. Yeah. The captain. What is he? An 04, 5, 6?
05, I think. Lieutenant commander. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said you got 2 of those?
Sir?
You got 2 of those, you said?
Yeah, but the other one is a friend of mine who's also in the Air Force, and he's E6. He works for Northrop Grumman. So I don't know what the.
Don't put that fucking E6 in there.
Okay. He's a pretty smart guy, but
I don't give a shit. Nobody else knows that. I think I'm a pretty smart guy. I'm an E6, but I won't write nobody a damn letter. They don't care what I put my name on paper. They'll be like, whatever.
Even though he works for Northrop Grumman?
No. It won't matter. Because here's my question, right?
All right.
Sit in the seat of the guy evaluating you.
Right.
You're going to be an officer, right?
Right.
So why do I give a shit what the enlisted guy thinks about an officer?
Gotcha. All right, cool.
Unless it's like, bro, unless it was like an E9, he's a sergeant major, and you didn't have the other two, like, then yeah, sure. But like, dude, an E6, Brandon, dime a dozen. There's too many of us. I promise you that.
Okay.
In the Army, they're still considered a junior NCO.
Right.
Yep. So just take it that way. But I mean, look, if he's saying some really nice things about you and you want to pad the resume a little bit, why not? You've got two really good ones, but if you don't need to put it in, I wouldn't put it in. There's no reason for it.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for your help, sir.
Awesome. No. We'll talk soon. All right. All right. All right. Do we got any more questions? Anything like that going on tonight? What do we do? Oh man, we've been here an hour and a half. I think that's a record. So, all right. Well, as long as there's no more questions, look, I'm sorry I got on this giant rant about why recruiters say the things they do and things like that. But I see it every day. I feel bad on both sides. I feel bad for the guy getting, his career is going down a path that he didn't see it going down, and he got talked into it by a smooth talking dude in a uniform. But I also see the uniform side where it's, hey man, we just got here 4 months. I haven't put nobody in, and now they're firing me and they're sending me back. He just moved his whole family here. He might have bought a house. He probably didn't want to be a recruiter to begin with, and the Army forced him to do it, which happens. It's called DA selecting. And now his whole life is just getting flipped upside down. I mean, it's not good. Recruiting is hard. The average recruiter in the United States, if you take all the recruiters and you do the average of their numbers, you're looking at, I think they put in 6 to 7 people a year, which is really, really rough. And, that's enough to kind of float along, as long as those were like sporadically placed. But yeah, the second you hit like 3 months with nothing, you're getting your packet starts to get built, and it's going to go up. And if you hit a 4-month time frame, you're probably going to be done. So just understand that these guys aren't inherently just trying to screw you guys over. It's the nature of the beast right now, and it just is what it is. And just like anything else, the Army is thinning down, both physically and by numbers. And Secretary of Defense says he wants to make it a smaller, more lethal force. How that looks, I don't really know, but that includes all branches. So I mean, we're looking at the recruiting even's going to feel it, because we're going to start thinning our numbers down. We don't need as many recruiters if they're going to thin down the herd as a whole. So they're going to throw people out of recruiting and send them back to their job. And at the end of the day, it ends up hurting the soldier, hurting their career, hurting their families. So when your family's at risk, I mean, I guarantee I would do anything to make sure my wife and kids are good. So, thank God that we're not in this position. We're crushing it. What are we at? Third Brum was 34. Yeah, 34 or 35. I can't remember. I don't know. But I'll check. I'll have the answer for you guys by Wednesday podcast. But next Wednesday will be my last Wednesday in Illinois. I am moving to South Dakota. I'm telling you right now, if I'm working with you, I'm not ignoring you. Please, what do you call it? I'm not ignoring you. I'll answer questions and stuff. Your packets are going to still be moving if I can get them in a status where, MEPS is reviewing things. That's what I'm trying to do. But just understand I'm going to have a lot of shit going on, like moving my entire house and driving 13 hours. So bear with me, please. And hit me up on Discord and Instagram. If you guys don't have the IG, I will get it right now because I do spend entirely too much time on Instagram because I like reels. So sue me. Bum, bum, bum. There it is. What do you call it? Nas? No, man. I am not a detailed recruiter. I am a 79 Romeo, so I am a permanent recruiter. I will be doing this until I retire. You can do that. You can. They call it converting. You can convert if you like recruiting and it's something you enjoy, or if you're good at it, things like that. Then you can choose to put your packet in for conversion, and then it has to go through a board, and everybody, a sergeant major, and everybody has to agree with it. Then they send it up to brigade, and they have to agree with it, and then they'll end up converting you over and changing your MOS. So my secondary MOS is now 25 hotel, which got changed while I was in recruiting. I really don't know much about the new MOS, but my old one was 25 Quebec before it was decommissioned, I guess you could say, closed up. But I did like satellite communications from the ground with the big ass dish, and we would make phones and internet for battalion level units and above. So, but all right, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to message me. I have my number everywhere. It's in my bio. It's in my Instagram. It's in the chat a couple times. Please reach out until I get rid of the phone, and then you might want to just start looking at hitting me up on Discord and things like that. But we'll talk to you all soon.